Let's have a look at a packed starting lineup.
I think that is a good idea. Let's have a look at how they will line up then for the pre-final. Race 18 of the weekend. Fionn McLaughlin and Gabriel Stilp on the front row. Macaulay Bishop and Lewis Bird on row 2.
Row 3, Harry Burgoyne Jr., 7th the championship last year. He starts alongside Mini X30 champion from last year, Leo Robinson, Brandon's Kart, new KR Sports signing, and Henry Jocelyn. He's this year's CIK Academy driver for the Team UK.
Jack Nestleship and Josh Agenbar on row 5. Rylan Eschberg and Zach Green will round out row number 6.
Isaac Phelps and Mondi Junior Kanini from South Africa on row number 7. It's Freddie Lloyd and Wesley Swain up for Mini X30 on row number 8.
Cameron Pratt-Thompson and Luke Sindler on row 9. Alfie Garford and Leo Brown will round out row 10.
Garford, last year's Junior TKM
Yes,
champion.
indeed.
Kian Garrity and Taylor Orridge are on row 11. Fred Green and Jack Hobson on row number 12.
Ethan Spanswick and Charlie Morrison-Jones on that next row there. And then it was Riley Bishop and Jack Cox on row 14.
Lights are green, we're off and racing in Junior X30. It's a good clean start through turn 1. Oh, and I say that somebody running very wide on the entrance to Cafe Corner there, but they all managed to sort themselves out and keep things pointed the right way. One of the Fusion karts there stuck right at the back. I think that may be William Murta or possibly Jack Cunningham in the number 19. And now out of Stratford Corner and up Hanger Straight we go into Bruno Chicane. It's Gabriel Stilp for the Croc Promotions team who has the lead at the moment. Pole sitter Fionn McLaughlin drops back to 2nd place, and up into 3rd for the new team Optima Motorsport it is Lewis Bird. Out of Wilkins they come, the good start. Now the main body of karts all still together. 1 or 2 maybe at the back have had a few off-track excursions. Now we haven't seen Fred Green come out with this one. Maybe a problem for the Jamie Green racing driver. That'll be a real shame. Taylor Orridge also having issues on the opening lap in the Croc Promotions number 99, and Taylor down at the back of the pack as well. But at the front it is still Gabriel Stilp leading, but not by much, because the Irish colours of the crash helmet of Fionn McLaughlin chasing him hard.
They are indeed. Good start then from Junior X30. Everyone getting through. There was one of the Greens diving through. I think that possibly was Fred Green or Zach Green. One of the Greens.
Zach Green is Fred Green, sadly not in the race.
Ah, there we go. There we go.
Yes.
That'll be why. Yeah, 10.5 minutes across the line then. So yeah, like we say, still leading the way. McLaughlin, Bird, Bishop. We're going Junior as well. And the top 3 slightly breaking away already. I think they...
temporarily.
Temporarily, yeah. No, I think the top 10, 15. Oh, yeah, and here we go.
Macaulay Bishop there in 4th place there is closing back in as you got a first real change. The lead as McLaughlin fights back, passes Stilp. But Bishop there in 4th position. Then it's Harry Burgoyne Jr. in 5th. Leo Robinson in 6th position. 7th for Jack Nettleship. Nettleship, he won a big rugby man opening round up at Larcour recently, beating all the big boys. And so the Jade Racing entry, he's stepping into the kart vacated by Oliver Stewart last year. And showing that even though he's a rookie of the championship, he is doing extremely well indeed. But there's Macaulay Bishop on the inside of Lewis Bird, and yes.
I don't think Bird was expecting that.
No, Bird was realised he was about to be put in the oven.
Yeah.
And Bishop was holding the carving knife. Harry Burgoyne Jr., Scotland's Harry Burgoyne Jr. moving, takes the fastest lap of the race, and he's trying to pick up 4th position from Lewis Bird. Joanna Cucurullo, good luck for Gabriel. Freddie Lloyd getting some support there from Rebecca Lloyd. Dan Amore racing. Daniel Amore. Come on, Lewis Bird. Can't wait for the road tax race because we get to sing Dan Amore's name over and over again.
Oh, yes.
But there's the number 26 kart of Henry Jocelyn. Jocelyn for Mick Barrett Racing. He's the Team UK's selection for the CIK FIA Academy this year. Not quite sure how he did in his first round. I must go and check that out.
There we go then.
And well, we've got there Joanna Cucurullo. Why is it Thomas Cucurullo Yeoman's racing? Answer me that.
I don't know.
Answer me that. Answer me that.
I don't know. I'm sure someone will answer that for you.
Hopefully. Well, that was.
As you said it so aggressively.
Well, I mean, it was a pointed question.
He was pointing his finger in the commentary box.
I was pointing at the screen in the commentary box.
And me at one point as well. I don't know.
You were my nearest target.
Well,
that's
there we
simply.
go.
But you see, now things are settling down a little bit. McLaughlin and Stilp trying to pull away a little bit. Bishop there clinging on like a terrier. And then it's Burgoyne, Bird, Robinson, Nettleship. Then a bit of a gap back to Jocelyn, Brandon Kart, Cameron Pratt-Thompson rounding at the top 10. Hobson, privateer driver Rylan Eschberg in 12th. Henry Gregory already up 17 places to 13th. Great stuff there from the premium karting driver. Then it's Freddie Lloyd, Josh Agambar, Wes Swain, Alfie Garford. So junior TKM champion last year, battling away, running in the top 20 of Junior X30 this year. Jack Cox and Luke Sintler, and next Leo Brown rounding at the top 20. Then it's Charlie Morrison-Jones. He's got Angus Fender on the spanners for him this weekend, as Gabriel Stilp retakes the lead for the Mad Croc. It's the first time all year I can use the phrase, and the Croc Stones start showing his teeth. Something like that.
Something like that.
Yep.
You nearly got it right. There we go.
Nearly. I give it the big one to start and then fail to deliver. Oh, Jack Nettleship's out of the race. Nettleship in the number 75 Jade Racing entry out of the race. Now, why is his NASA panel vibrating so much?
I think he's got a bent axle.
That is because, yes, it is the rear axle.
Oh, that looks very uncomfortable.
Yes, it's doing a brilliant banana impression as he comes in. Yeah, porpoising is there. Tom will be back. Good. Isaac Phelps is the GOAT. Okay. Spell Isaac Phelps. Okay. Whoever that was on the screen. But yeah, so Nettleship out of the race. So we've got our first real casualty up at the front. Isaac Phelps down in 33rd position. Now was it the third? Do you know what? I may have. Let's have a look down the order. Nettleship is the number 75. Yeah, it was Nettleship, I think. No, Nettleship is there. It's number 35. Right, apologies. So
Charlie
Morrison-Jones and the number 15 Jade Racing kart that is out of the race. It was the 1 of the 5 and the 75 of Nettleship. It got me a bit confused in all the excitement. I do apologise. We've got a change at the front, not for the lead, but for second place, because it was Macaulay Bishop leading, and it's now Bishop back in about 5th position. It is Harry Burgoyne Jr. into P2 now, chasing the aforementioned Croc of Gabriel Stilp.
Yes. Now, it looks like that Croc kart is turning into the corners really, really well. Too well,
Snappily.
I think. Yeah, it's snapping into the corners as change to the lead. Straight back, though, will come Gabriel Stilp. Now, watch Gabriel Stilp through into the entrance here at the Bruno Ferrari Essex. Yeah, see how it quickly turns in? See how it quickly grabs? So it's got a lot of front-end grip, and I think the back's struggling to keep up with it. So he's really fighting that kart through the segment, but he's doing a great job of it, though.
Could be something to watch, because, of course, then he has to use a little bit more steering input to get the kart straightened up again, which costs a little bit of momentum.
Yes.
So Burgoyne Jr. will notice this. Burgoyne Jr. will be watching and waiting and is poised to strike.
Yes.
Under investigation, Cameron Pratt-Thompson.
Not sure what for.
Possibly having a double-barreled name, who knows?
Possibly,
yeah. More than likely, as we've got to change the lead, Harry Burgoyne Jr. takes the lead. More than likely, either a start line infringement or some contact on the circuit. And look at Gabriel Stilp saying, right, okay, have the lead, go. Yeah. You know, let's just work together then. Now let's see if he remains true to his word or if he dives straight back in the lead. So Gabriel looks over his shoulder.
And again, does the defence coming into here. Oh, it looks like he went a little bit defensive there, did Burgoyne. But again, that's understandable. It's the most common place for an overtake to happen.
Yeah, and now let's have a look. The next time Harry Burgoyne looks over his shoulder. Oh dear, that's Mondi Junior Canini on the Praga kart with a disconnected NASA panel. And it looks like, I'm just having a look who the other karts that he is sort of like trussed together with. It's Will Murtaugh for the Fusion Motorsport team. So our repechage qualifier out of the race, Mondi Junior Canini, is the leaders are going to come upon this now because they're on the outside of the hangar straight, and you can see that marshal saying, "Go on, move outside." There were yellow flags waving, no one overtaking, and top two being caught now. They've been caught by Leo Robinson in the number 37. So last year's Mini X30 champion. Here comes Gabriel Stilp for the race lead. And he takes it. Leo Robinson goes through. Burgoyne Jr. back to 3rd position. Then it is Fionn McLaughlin, Jack Nettleship, Macaulay Bishop, Lewis Bird, and Henry Jocelyn. Then it's a gap back to behind Lewis Bird there's a slight gap. There's Macaulay Bishop making a move there on Bird, the number 44 kart. Both Murtaugh and Mondi Junior Canini out of the race. They join Fred Green and Charlie Morrison-Jones on the sideline. So we're down to 30.
Looks like those two karts fused themselves together.
They had, yes. They were in a karting version of a lover's tryst.
Yes.
One of them was one fusion driver fused himself to another.
Yes. There we go. Another fusion kart that's fused onto the back bumper of Gabriel Stilp. Leo Robinson having a good little run at the moment, running P2. Absolutely nothing between them for the time being. Now Stilp is going defensive into the hairpin. That's allowing everyone to close in. Burgoyne Jr. still there in third. Burgoyne with the optimal position here. There are the two drivers walking back to a safe spot.
I've got to say, there's nothing worse than that. You've just crashed with somebody and the marshal makes you go to the same marshal post. So you've got to watch the rest of the race with the driver you've just crashed out of the race with.
That's going to be an interesting conversation.
That's why their helmets are still on. Yeah. And still defending 2.5 minutes to go. There's Nettleship again. Incorrectly identified him as being the Jade Kart that went out earlier on, but it wasn't the 7.5, it was the 15. But Nettleship is still in this one. So it's Croc Promotions, Fusion Motorsport, Strawberry Racing, Fusion Motorsport, Jade, Dan Holland Racing and Optima in the top 7 with Mick Barrett Racing and KR Sport 8th and 9th. Great variety of different teams getting these cars prepared absolutely perfectly for this race. And Stilp, though, again, he's not gone full on. Well, 2 minutes to go. He is defending. I have to say, there's Bishop. He finds a way past Nettleship to move into 5th position. But really, 2, 4, 6, 8. There's still any one of 10 can win it because Cameron Pratt-Thompson at the back of this group. Hobson is 11th for the BMR restart team. Then it's Ryland Eschberg's a privateer in 12th. Freddie Lloyd is 13th. Agambar is 14th. Then it's Cox, Garford, Swain, Gregory, Clifford and Kian Garrity, the top 5. And somebody, I think that was Lewis Bird.
I think it was Brandon Carr, actually.
Well, yeah, it was the other Okay, so the Optimum livery
is now similar.
Is the KR Sport livery.
So is that now 3 karts? Cosmic, KR and
Vision have also.
Vision,
yeah. So I mean, Mr. Goss, your new team is doing very, very well, and it's a smart livery, but it does look a tad similar to the KR Sport livery, which is confusing for short-sighted commentators. We will do our best, though. But so still 10 drivers ahead of the train. Still. Now let's have a look. Has that setup rectified itself? We've got a warning flag there for Gabriel Stilp. There's the number 77 kart going. That's Ryland Eschberg, privateer entry. And you can see Mondi Jr. and William Murtaugh, they're not sitting in the marshal post at all. No. There's standing at arm's length. Now we'll have a little look next time around. So we've got 20 seconds to go. Next time around, they'll get the last lap ball. If we get, there's Lewis Bird making a move. If we get that viewpoint coming into Bruno Chicane, that low angle, will we see as that setup of that kart sort of adjusted itself? The tyre pressures come in towards the end of the race. We'll have a little look to see how that, because that could be critical again for the final. So Stilp still leads. We're not going to get that camera shot sadly coming into the Bruno Chicane. We can't see, we just missed there, but you can see number 33 kart of Cameron Pratt-Thompson making trying his best there, but it's now Stilp from Robinson, Burgoyne Jr., then McLaughlin, your top 4. The clock strikes 0. Last lap board goes out. Now Gabriel Stilp is going to make that kart very, very wide indeed. And under investigation, Gabriel Stilp, not quite sure what that's for. We'll have to wait until the end of the race, but he's got to make that kart very, very wide now on the final lap.
He does indeed, yeah. Exits out of the chicane.
Yep. Still leading. Nothing that. And you can see the back end of the kart there. It's still a little bit tail happy.
Yeah.
That Croc. I have to say, his tail is swishing.
It is indeed.
But still is keeping it in front. One corner to go. There we go. Still successfully negotiates it. But as we saw in Cadet, it's not over until you get to the line. And now we have got the line. Checker flag goes out. Gabriel Stilp wins from Leo Robinson, Harry Burgoyne Jr., Fionn McLaughlin, Macaulay Bishop, Jack Nettleship, Lewis Bird, Henry Jocelyn, Cameron Pratt-Thompson, Brandon Carr, your top 10. Then it is Jack Hobson, Ryland Eschberg, followed by Jack Cox, Josh Agambar and Freddie Lloyd, your top 15. Alfie Garford, Henry Gregory, Wesley Swain, Nathan Clifford, Kian Garrity, your top 20. Leo Brown, Eden Spanswick, Zach Green, Sam Longley, Jack Cunningham, your top 25, followed by Luke Sintler, Taylor Orange, Isaac Phelps, George Robinson and Riley Bishop.